Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, chers amis, dear friends, dear colleagues. It's a great honor, I must say, and I'm really pleased to open the One Health World Microbiome Partnership Summit under the high patronage of Mr. Macron, President of the French Republic. I'll start with a few thanks. Thanks to the Académie of Médecine of Paris for giving us access to this prestigious venue. Thanks to all of you attendees here and online. And also a million thanks to the presenters that will be with us today or also online for their presentations. And we will start with the opening remarks, and I will be the nasty person trying to keep track with time because our time is constrained today. The opening remarks will be given by Philippe Mauguin, Director General of INRAE France, by Didier Samuel, Director General of INSERM France, by Emmanuel Soubeyran, Director General of the World Organization for Animal Health of the Tripartite of the United Nations, and I will give the presentation of Yasmine Belkaid, Director General of PASTEUR Institute France, who could not join us today. And we will start with Philippe, if you don't mind to take the stage.
Madame la Directrice Générale, cher Emmanuel, Monsieur le Président de l'INSERM, cher Didier, Monsieur le Président du World Microbiome Partnership, cher Joël, cher Claude, aussi, qui a toujours été à nos côtés pour préparer ce lancement. It's a great honor, ladies and gentlemen, I should say, dear colleagues, dear friends. It's a great honor and a great pleasure for me to open with you the One Health World Microbiome Partnership Summit this morning. It's a key moment of gathering for our scientific, political, but also institutional community to address the challenge of planetary health. The global context calls for united action. The planetary challenges facing humanity are unprecedented. Climate change, loss of biodiversity, soil degradation, air and water pollution, these are threats that know no borders and that put our collective future at risk. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, around 1 million of the 8 million animal and plant species on the planet are threatened with extinction. Up to 40% of land and soils are degraded, and their biological or economic productivity is reduced according to the COP. 3 to 3.5 billion people live in conditions of high vulnerability to global warming, according to the IPCC last data. In the view of these figures, coordinated action based on science, innovation, and international cooperation is needed to meet the challenges within a One Health integrated approach. One Health recognizes the close links between human health, animal health, and the health of ecosystem. As you may know, France is fully committed to this approach, alongside the international scientific community. My institute, INRAE, is highly engaged and actively participates in consolidating science around One Health. With this aim, we collaborate with other major national, like INSERM, Institut Pasteur, and also international institutes in the service of open science, informed governance, and evidence-based public policy. INRAE is thrilled to co-lead multilateral initiatives aimed at strengthening One Health cooperation, such as PRESOD for the prevention of zoonotic disease, and today, the World Microbiome Partnership. We are looking forward to actively contribute to the One Health Summit, which is convened by our President, Mr. Macron, and scheduled for the next 3 November this year in Lyon. Research on the microbiome is strategic for us. For several years, INRAE, all the teams with Joël, with Emmanuel, and so many scientists from INRAE, all our teams have been investing heavily in research on microbiome through European projects, French national initiatives, such as the Programme Prioritaire SAMS, we are co-piloting with INSERM, and the inclusion of microbiome topics in the scientific strategy of our research departments and meta program. This field, which has now reached a high level of maturity, holds the promise of profound transformation. We have launched a large-scale prospective study, co-leading a committee of international microbiome experts. Together, we are exploring concrete scenarios of how microbiomes could contribute to tackling major global challenges such as climate change. International priority programs are an important pillar for us and for our global strategy. These are actions that have a strong potential to have a global impact, and among them, microbiome and global health is at the heart of our commitment. Thanks to this strategic commitment, INRAE is co-piloting two major initiatives, the European Microbiome Centers Consortium and the World Microbiome Partnership. I would say some words on microbiome, because the microbiome today, as you know, promises a solution for future generations. The microbiome is now getting a recognition as a strategic lever for sustainability. It has a strong and growing potential for economy, innovation, and well-being of the population. Moreover, it is estimated that the human microbiome market is likely to reach a volume of almost $5 billion by 2031, compared with $1 billion in 2023. Today, we are at a historic moment for co-constructing the future of the research and innovation in the field of microbiome, and I hope that the World Microbiome Partnership will become one of the key instruments in achieving this collective ambition. To conclude, I would like to express my sincere acknowledgement to our President of the French Republic for his commitment to One Health and granting the high patronage for this manifestation, to our ministries in charge of research, health, agriculture, and foreign affairs who are connected in team spirit for the support to the One Health initiative, and obviously for all our international partners from all around the world, here, present, or online. Without you, nothing could be possible. I would like also to warmly thank the members of the WMP Steering Committee for their visionary commitments, and obviously also all those who have chosen to join our ambitious initiative to build together a sustainable future thanks to the science of the microbiome. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for your participation.
Our next speaker is Didier Samuel, Director General of INSERM. Didier, the floor is yours.
Dear Philippe Mauguin, Director General of the INRAE, dear Emmanuel Soubeyran, Director General of the World Organization for Animal Health, dear Joël, it's a great honor for me to be taking part in introducing this One Health World Microbiome Partnership Summit with my colleagues, dear friends. We now know that microbiome plays a role in regulating not only our digestion system and metabolism, but also our immune system, brain function, overall health. This regulation in these microbial communities has been linked to numerous diseases. Therefore, the study of microbiota is not just a scientific curiosity, it is a critical field of research with clear implications for developing innovative treatment and preventive strategies. For this reason, INSERM has invested in microbiota by setting the Microbiota Cross-Cutting Program. This program, which ended last year, has been an incredible success, producing groundbreaking research, generating significant advance in understanding the molecular dialogues between microbes and their host. This also includes the mechanism of microbial interaction with the immune system, the role of metabolites in disease, and the gut-brain axis impact on chronic inflammatory disease. The program has also contributed to the identification of new biomarkers, therapeutic targets that could lead to innovative treatment for metabolic, inflammatory, neurological disease. Last but not least, it also prepared the community for a broader national program on food system and microbiomes. This new program, PEPR, co-led by INSERM and INRAE, has already secured 58 million euros in funding over the next 7 years. To date, 10 interdisciplinary and collaborative projects, several of which include translational interventional research, and 9 structurating projects have been funded. Beyond this balance sheet, we must look to the future. The interest in the science of the microbiome has grown steadily, and it's now one of the driving forces behind personalized health. Researchers are just beginning to understand the importance of the microbiome and how it will affect humans and environment. The study of microbiomes is already proving to be an almost perfect example of a very extensive and complex field linking all living organisms. So, the microbiome One Health approach, which we are discussing today, must highlight the essential role of microorganisms in the health of all ecosystems, recognizing their interconnection and interdependence. While the study of the human microbiome has been the main area of interest to date, it is crucial that research at the human-animal environment interface is encouraged and supported to fill the knowledge gap. Today, we are increasingly aware that human health is evolving towards an ecological perspective involving interaction between living beings and the environment. However, the transition from dedicated microbiome approach to innovation and ecology requires not only long-term programming, but also ongoing investment in training and education. In this context, there is an urgent need to advance transdisciplinary research and innovation, and to encourage more active collaboration between public and private sectors in health and environmental management. Without being exhaustive, interdisciplinary research efforts need to be pursued. On the scientific front, first, there is a need to step up interaction, sharing of expertise and skills between scientists from a wide range of fields, including microbiologists, immunologists, agronomists, data scientists, environmental scientists, doctors and clinical researchers, and veterinary surgeons and animal health experts. Also, public health professionals and epidemiologists should be involved. Also, multi-omic analysis, including viromic, metabolomic, proteomic, and other omics, research into prebiotics and probiotics, fecal microbiota transplantation and phages, optimizing sustainable agricultural practice, developing informatic tools to integrate the health of the microbiome into public health initiatives, including disease prevention and health promotion programs, and the management of antibiotics used to reduce resistance. The second aspect is the socio-economic level. The health policy experts, regulatory bodies, biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies, and agricultural and environmental structures need to integrate microbiome science into healthcare, into agricultural and environmental policies, in order to develop new therapy, new diagnostic, and intervention based on microbiome research, in particular on personalized medicine approaches. This area and theme of research are almost essential if we are to offer new or improved bioproducts, and if consumers are to understand the advantage of using new food products compared with the traditional ones. Beyond the field of interventional and translational research, it is also crucial to accelerate the commercial development of new bioproducts and services, all of which should contribute to preserving human and animal welfare. Finally, the microbiome One Health approach, based on knowledge on microbiomes, must progress in order to protect and improve human and animal health while reducing the impact of human activities. It is becoming essential to better understand the role of interconnected microbiomes in promoting and maintaining plant and animal health and possible ways of stimulating healthy and diverse microbiome in human-dominated ecosystems. I'm sure that this meeting today will help us to advance in these areas. Thank you very much. Have a very nice meeting.
Thank you, Didier. And I will now open the floor to Emmanuel Soubeyran, who is Director General of the World Organization for Animal Health, representative of the United Nations quadripartite for us today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Mr. President, dear Philippe Mauguin, DG of INRAE, dear Didier Samuel, DG of INSERM, esteemed participants, colleagues, partners, and friends. It's a true privilege to be here today at the World Microbiome Partnership Summit. I am honored to join this distinguished gathering of scientists, researchers, policymakers, and stakeholders who share a collective commitment to advancing the vital field of microbiome science. And I would really like to express my sincere gratitude to the World Microbiome Partnership for inviting WOAH and their relentless efforts to deepen our understanding of this complex and dynamic ecosystem. At WOAH, our mission is simple, but maybe not easy, to improve animal health and welfare worldwide. However, this mission extends far beyond the animal world. It is deeply interconnected with human health and the health of our planet. And for over a century, we were created in 1924, we have advocated for the interconnectedness of animal, human, and environmental health, an approach we now refer to as One Health. In this context, the microbiome provides a powerful lens through which we can better understand these critical interconnections, and it offers both significant opportunities and challenges, especially as we face the growing global concerns that impact all species and ecosystem, and that Philippe Mauguin recalled us just before. Since our establishment in 1924, WOAH has served as the global authority on animal health, providing transparency on animal health situation worldwide, science-based standards, capacity building for veterinary services, or more broadly, animal health systems, and global strategies for disease surveillance, prevention, and control. And we collaborate closely with international organizations in the quadripartite, and I would like to speak about FAO, and I'm very happy to see that you have some colleagues from FAO, but we will take the floor later in the day, UNEP, and of course WHO, to address shared health challenges across livestock, wildlife, and aquatic animals. Our 183 country members recognize the critical importance of upholding our veterinary standards for safe trade, but also public health and economic prosperity. And we work alongside a robust network of experts, reference laboratories, and collaborating centers, more than 300 around the world, and some very good laboratories in France, sharing knowledge, resources, and data to strengthen the collective global effort. And we pay a lot of attention to prevention, which is the cornerstone of animal health and welfare. And during our 92nd general session, which was in late May, we focused our discussion on vaccinations, which as a strategic tool together with biosecurity. And thus, our interest in your work. We know that a better understanding of microbiome will enhance effectiveness of prevention strategies. And the microbiome plays a central role in a number of global health challenges which WOAH and its members are tackling and seeking solutions to. And let's explore some examples. Let's speak first about AMR, antimicrobial resistance. As you know, AMR is a mounting global threat that is often referred as the silent pandemic. And finding from our study, which is called ECO-AMR study, paint a concerning pictures. Without immediate action, and I'm not talking about the impact on number of deaf people, which we know is very important, but AMR could lead to economic losses up to $1.7 trillion annually by 2050. And if resistant microbes transfer from animals to humans, the cost could soar to $5.2 trillion. So as you see, it is a very big issue, and the microbiome, we think the microbiome is key to understanding the mechanism of antimicrobial resistance as microbial communities across animals, humans, and the ecosystem and the environment are deeply interconnected. WOAH, in partnership with its quadripartite partners, was instrumental in supporting the United Nations General Assembly political declaration last year in September on AMR, which aims to bolster global governance and action on these pressing issues. We are driving efforts to establish international standards for antimicrobial use in animals, promote responsible practices, reduce the use of antimicrobials, and advance research into alternatives to antibiotics, including vaccination. Second example, emerging infectious diseases originating from wildlife is another example where the microbiome plays an essential role. Diseases such as African swine fever and highly pathogenic avian influenza have caused severe ecological and economic losses with significant wildlife die-offs. And as you know, we are also very afraid of an eventual mutation and a potential pandemic crisis. So the health of wild animals is intrinsically linked to the health of humans and domesticated animals, as these diseases can spill over from wildlife to people and livestock. And the microbiome of wildlife, like that of livestock, influences disease susceptibility and pathogen transmissions. And WOAH's wildlife health framework addresses these challenges by strengthening surveillance, risk management, and capacity building among our member countries. By better understanding the microbial environment of wild species, we can more effectively predict, prevent, and manage disease outbreak at the human-wildlife-animal interface. It is indeed clear the microbiome's diverse environment, whether in animal, human, or across ecosystems, are central to shaping health outcomes across species and habitats. That's why we see abundant opportunities for collaboration with the World Microbiome Partnership. And our shared objective, particularly within the One Health framework, presents significant opportunities for synergistic action. In this context, I would also like to highlight the STARIDAS International Research Consortium, a global initiative dedicated to coordinating research on infectious animal diseases, including zoonoses. This partnership exemplifies the importance of international collaboration in advancing scientific understanding and filling knowledge gaps in disease emergence and control. The intersection between STARIDA's research agenda and microbiome science is evident, particularly regarding antimicrobial resistance, pathogen evolution, and the development of microbiome-informed disease prevention strategies. For WOAH, the potential for collaboration with the World Microbiome Partnership is vast, especially in the following areas: sharing expertise and data related to disease surveillance in animal population, ensuring that the animal health perspective is fully integrated into global microbiome research and policy, collaborating on standardized methodologies for microbiome research across various animal species and environments, addressing critical knowledge gaps regarding the microbiome's role in animal disease production and welfare, promoting the translation of research findings into practical solutions to enhance animal health. The microbiome's role in global health is only beginning to be fully understood, and it is a journey that must be undertaken together. The World Microbiome Partnership offers a vital platform for collaboration among academia, industry, policymakers, civil society, governments, and by joining force, we can foster innovative solutions that improve the health of humans, animals, and the environment. So WOAH is proud. I am proud to be your partner in this endeavor journey, and by aligning our strategic goals, scientific expertise, technical resources, with the broader microbiome dialogue, we can collectively work towards a healthier, more sustainable future for all. Thank you very much.
I will take the stage and on behalf of Yasmine Belkaid, Director General of Institut Pasteur, and Benoît Chassin, leader of the Microbiome Initiative at Institut Pasteur, read the declaration for the One Health World Microbiome Partnership Summit. We are very sorry we cannot attend the World Microbiome Partnership Summit, which brings together leaders and visionaries in the field of microbiome research within One Health framework. The collaborative nature of this event in the field of microbiome research within One Health framework, the collaborative nature of this event is a strong asset in the face of new emerging infectious diseases, the global rise of antimicrobial resistance, and the increasing impact of environmental changes on human health. At Institut Pasteur, our recently launched strategic plan PASTEUR 2030 places the study of microbiomes and their interactions with the host at the heart of our scientific priorities. We are committed to advancing an ecological perspective in microbiology and understanding how environmental, dietary, and societal changes reshape microbial communities and impact both human and planetary health. By investing in cutting-edge technologies, transdisciplinary collaborations, and by fostering a continuum from discovery to clinical application, Institut Pasteur is dedicated to promoting a holistic, innovative agenda that fully aligns with the ambitions of this summit. Forging connections between academic institutions like ours, private organizations, and government agencies is paramount to tackling these challenges and embracing the multifaceted nature of One Health programs. We entirely share your vision and look forward to reinforcing global partnership that amplify the impact of microbiome science through a One Health approach. Thank you for them. I will ask you to join me in thanking the contributors of these introductory remarks. Thank you.